Hey everyone, Snake Finance here. I just like to give everyone kind of a different approach this week with regards to our revenue reports. Our revenue reports go into great details with regards to our PSM funds, which stands for Peg Stability Module. For those that don't know, this is actually the way that we keep our token backed one-to-one with regards to Sonic. We have other ways with regards to handling these funds, and this is exactly what these weekly revenue reports are for. So just to go into more of a detail about what PSM exactly is, we're going to head on over to Snake Finance. And if you go on over to our forest farms, you're going to go ahead and see that in each of our farms, whenever you go to harvest any of your rewards, there's a 35% fee that you have to pay in Sonic tokens. And this is what allows our token to actually be backed with over 1 million Sonic, as you can see. You can see we have over 99.47% of our token covered just with PSM funds alone. And you can see here on our redeem page, because we are backed one-to-one, that we do consistently refill our vault, so you can redeem any amount of Snake here for Sonic at a one-to-one value. So we're just going to head over back to a revenue report so we can just go over everything here. So all this information can be found over here on Dune, but I'll just go ahead and go over to our revenue report. So just to start off, our PSM fund, just from our last revenue report, we've actually funded about 580,000 Snake from redemptions, so about 580,000 S. This actually removes Snake from the supply with regards to redemptions. This is due to the fact that people are redeeming Snake for S. And in this way, as a protocol, we don't actually hold our own Snake, so this is actually a way that we can actually give people Sonic back for Snake, and we're one of the first people to actually do this. Of course, as I mentioned here, PSM is actually a fee that comes from our forest claims, from all the gSNAKE claims. One other thing to mention is that we are a yield optimizer on top of Shadow, so our LPs do have a gauge onto Shadow as well. So with regards to Snake and gSNAKE, both of our tokens over here, they do have a gauge as well. So every one of these contracts to deposit to Shadow, and we collect the xSHADOW rewards. And as you can see here, that's how we have our token at about 104% backing, including our Shadow rewards, since we're collecting all of the rewards here from the contracts here. So that's how we worked as a kind of a yield optimizer for those that might have had curiosity in that sense. And just one last thing that I will just go over through with regards to our article is for our holdings use case, most of our Sonic that actually gets funded from our PSM is deposited right back into Silo. This is because Silo is a blue chip protocol. They're audited. They have a very low risk of any exploits, so we know that we're good to earn some extra yield there. So we've deposited some of our Sonic there at 3.8% APR with our X33 holdings as well from Shadow. And with these deposits, we've actually secured about 53,000 Sonic Season 2 points already, and about 107 million Silo points. And for those that don't know, we're actually going to use Sonic points as well as Silo points to buy back our gSNAKE token directly. And if we go here to our annualized revenue to shareholders, this is our shareholders are our gSNAKE holders. So for this week alone, we've had changes in our PSMs and X33 holdings, and these are equivalent to about 1.2 billion Sonic in annualized revenue straight to our gSNAKE holders. And this is via staking due to the fact that you can redeem your Snake one-to-one, so we do look at Snake as a one-to-one to Sonic. So these revenue averages can obviously vary weekly based on the amount of gSNAKE that's actually claimed from the forest, and as well as the TVL, volume, and liquidity, and several other factors that we do factor in. So just as expected weekly revenue just for this past week at the current gSNAKE value and Shadow prices, the Nest is expected to print about 30,000 Snake, equivalent to 30,000 Sonic, in the next 7 days. So once again, information can consistently be updated here. We're trying every day at a maximum every 3 days, but you can see all the data over here. And if anything, you can always see the stats over here. But our Dune reports, of course, cover everything. It's deposited to Silo, our X33 Shadow, and a few other things. All right, thank you, everyone. I just thought I'd go a bit more in depth this way so people do know more about our revenue reports, and I'll actually do a live stream shortly after I do post this article and this video, just in case anyone has any questions.